Hello, God bless from Up Ministries. It's me, Dick Jr. I am coming to you today to read you Genesis chapter 7. Yes, about the great flood. So, I prayed and I asked God to help me to speak with you today before I started this video. And I suggest anytime you place yourself in God's Word that you pray also. And that you ask Him for knowledge, wisdom, and understanding specifically, just like I do. He's going to give them to you. That's His promise, not mine. It's in this book in a lot of places if you want to go looking for it. But the reason why He wants us to understand what's in this book is because it contains His perfect plan of salvation through Jesus Christ, His Son. Okay? So from creation to the last day, everything you need to know about that is in this book. Okay? So that being said, I'm going to go ahead and get started here. Then the Lord said to Noah, "Enter the ark, you and all your household, for you alone I have seen to be righteous before me in this time. You shall take with you of every clean animal by sevens, a male and his female, and of the animals that are not clean, 2, a male and his female, also of the birds of the sky, by sevens, male and female, to keep offspring alive on the face of all the earth. For after 7 more days I will send rain on the earth 40 days and 40 nights, and I will blot out from the face of the land every living thing that I have made." Noah did according to all that the Lord had commanded him. He was faithful. Now Noah was 600 years old when the flood of water came upon the earth. Then Noah and his sons and his wife and his sons' wives with him entered the ark because of the water of the flood. Of clean animals and animals that are not clean, and birds and everything that creeps on the ground, there went into the ark to Noah by twos, male and female, as God had commanded Noah. It came about after the 7 days that the water of the flood came upon the earth, in the 600th year of Noah's life, in the 2nd month, on the 17th day of the month. On the same day, all the fountains of the great deep burst open, and the floodgates of the sky were opened. That is not rain when he says floodgates of the sky. So, and these two things right here that he's talking about are ways that he watered the earth before there was rain. And the other thing is that you can't find any of this unless you go looking for it in Enoch, I believe. That's where you'll find some of the references to these things, the floodgates of the sky. Yeah. So it still talks about rain too. It's different. So don't, mysticize things that are different. The rain fell upon the earth for 40 days and 40 nights. On the very same day, Noah, Shem, and Ham, and Japheth, the sons of Noah, and Noah's wife, and the 3 wives of his sons with them, entered the ark. They and every beast after its kind, and all the cattle after their kind, and every creeping thing that creeps on the earth after its kind, and every bird after its kind, all sorts of birds. So they went into the ark to Noah by twos, of all flesh in which was the breath of life. Those that entered, male and female of all flesh, entered as God had commanded him. And the Lord closed it behind him. Then the flood came upon the earth for 40 days, and the water increased and lifted up the ark so that it rose above the earth. The water prevailed, increasing greatly upon the earth, and the ark floated on the surface of the water. The water prevailed more and more upon the earth, so that all the high mountains everywhere under the heavens were covered. The water prevailed 15 cubits higher, and the mountains were covered. All flesh that moved on the earth perished, birds and cattle and beasts and every swarming thing, and swarms upon the earth, and all mankind. And the Nephilim, which were mentioned in the chapter before. Of all that was on the dry land, all in whose nostrils was the breath of the Spirit of life died. Thus he blotted out every living thing that was upon the face of the land, from man to animals, to creeping things, and to birds of the sky, and they were blotted out from the earth. And only Noah was left, together with those that were with him in the ark. The water prevailed upon the earth 150 days. So that is all I have for Genesis chapter 7. Thanks for listening, and God bless.